Hey guys, welcome again to another live reading here in the studio. Reading from the new book, The Boss of Me, The Woman Entrepreneur's Guide to Building Wealth in Her Business. So I'm excited to share with you a chapter, and I'm trying to make sure that I am doing the recording right. So let me make sure I get that set up before I begin. Thank you guys for taking the time to join me here. And let's go ahead and hit record and get started. Let's talk about the true meanings for the acronym for wealth, W.E.A.L.T.H, as it relates to being a woman in business, building infinite wealth in your business, what real wealth looks like for entrepreneurs, and how you can take things to the next level if you so desire. The two true meanings for the acronym for wealth, W.E.A.L.T.H, the first one is when everyone automatically learns through helping. The second one is women entrepreneurs are leading the herd. This is a woman entrepreneur's guide for how to get through this, because this is a phenomenon, how women like you and me are creating wealth in our businesses. A popular quote that's floating around says, "You can't help the poor when you're poor." This is an example of how we instantly equate wealth to money. And this is where I disagree. I've had several conversations with coaches and colleagues on how you don't have to be a millionaire or a billionaire to be wealthy, and I'm going to show you how. I've had some of my poorest moments, or what they felt like at the time, bring about many moments of wealth in my life and in my business. I know what it's like to still serve and seek wealth with or without money, with the lights cut off at home, with the gas cut off at home, taking cold showers and quick wash-ups, aka bird baths, in the middle of the winter. No gas in the car, so you have to ride the train or take the local means of transportation to an event just so you can show up and be there to serve and help others. I know what it's like not to have a car and have to bum a ride from friends, having to return groceries for gas money. Yep, that happened. And once you finally get your own car, having to use gas that's meant for the lawnmower to get around in your car. Making decisions between having gas in your car or getting to an event, or having food to eat after the event was over. Having to turn down invites or events because you had no money. Borrowing money from friends to help keep your phone, your lights, your gas on in your home. Or for getting help with other bills being paid. Signing up to volunteer for events that were too expensive to pay for, and being excited about the free meal and the free t-shirt that came with volunteering at that event. See, this was not because I didn't feel or see my own wealth, but because I knew my own worth. You see, I knew that if I just showed up, that I could make a difference. These experiences and countless others seemed extremely extreme while I was going through them, but looking back on it all, this was how I came to see my own wealth, W.E.A.L.T.H, and my own worth. Maybe you're currently going through some of these things and you think you're poor, you're broke, you're low income, or you're in poverty. I want to encourage, empower, educate, and engage with you in a dialogue. Yes, you, my fellow entrepreneur. I want to give you these words that were inspired by a dear friend and colleague. They say, you can't out of your own situation, you can help others come out of their specific situation as well. But first, you have to experience your own needs before you can see the needs in others. You have to know what it's like in your own life, and maybe even in your own business too. You have to be able to show that you've been there and done that you've been where those that you have a desire to help currently are, just like I've just shown with you with pieces of my own story. Show how you can relate, how you were able to come out, and now you can relate to how you're able to help them come out from wherever they are. Jesus was a helper. He was wealthy in his own right. He built his own ministry, aka business, around helping and training others. Another profound statement was made by a man named Leslie. He came to America from Haiti. Leslie says, when you focus on what you don't have, you'll always feel powerless. But when you focus on helping others and you think about all that you have to give, that's when you realize just how much you do have. So I want to encourage you to be inspired to look beyond what things look like right now. Look beyond what it looks like you need and go help others. Zig Ziglar was famous for saying, when you help someone get what they need, in turn, you'll get what you need. Because of our stories and where we've been and that we now have the power to change our lives, we're empowered. It's also because of this very same model that many women have built their businesses around helping others, and they get to learn along the way. That's exactly what I did to help me build my business, from working with mothers and daughters to now working with women who are in business seeking to build a legacy for their generations of daughters and sons through wealth. I read books, I teach, and I share what I learned. This is all in an effort to help others. So as you're reading and listening to this book right now, if you feel like you have no money, you feel as though you're all out of ideas for how you could possibly make a difference because you're broke or you feel poor, remember, there is always something that you can do. When everyone automatically learns through helping, true wealth is built. Not only from my own life experiences, but I recently had an aha moment to equate wealth to knowledge. Knowledge and wisdom is power, and this can serve as a form of money. And sometimes this can take you a very long way, along with what comes with the wisdom and the know-how on how to use them. So even if you currently don't have a single dime in your bank account, or your bank account is negative or overdrawn, if you feel like you're broke and you're wondering what you could possibly share, I'm about to give you 11 ways that you can share and build wealth in helping others for free. The first one is wealth of knowledge. For example, I mentioned I read books. I call myself a book nerd. My personal collection of books, not including those stored in my phone, include about 150 books on business, all in my book collection and on my bookshelf right now. So maybe you like to read. You can read, take that knowledge, summarize it, recap on it, break it down, and share what you read to help others. This is doable. And for the most part, it doesn't cost you a whole lot of money. You may also want to take what you read and go to the library, take a quick trip, and do some online researching to see what all you can add to that knowledge base. The second way that you can build wealth is through wisdom. You might be a wealth of wisdom. Think about your life experiences. Remember part of my journey that I've already shared with you of what I've been through just to build my own business? What can you list that you've personally been through in your life? What's your aha moment of what you've been through in your own life that you can now use to help others? The third way to build wealth is through information. Maybe you're a reader, or you like to watch the news or read magazines and follow industry trends. You can share that information and help someone else, all at no cost to you. The fourth way to build your wealth is through resources. Maybe you know where to go online or in your community. You could point some people in the right direction for how to help them get to their next level in their lives and or in their business. And guess what? It costs you nothing. The fifth way to build wealth is through connections. You might be someone who knows a lot of people. I often introduce people who I know have synergy in their businesses. And sometimes all it takes to connect is sending a simple email to make an introduction. What kind of connections can you make for others to help contribute to you building your own wealth in your life and in your business? The sixth way to build wealth is through advice. For example, your personal story and the things you've been through and overcome that you can now help someone else with. What have you learned from your story? What wisdom or insight did you gain from even your professional background? For example, maybe you've been in corporate America and you're now a full-time entrepreneur. Maybe you can help someone make that same transition for themselves. I invite you to think about what you can do to help others and build on your wealth at the same time. The seventh way to build wealth is through know-how. You know how to make it work, whatever it is and whatever it looks like, or whatever it represents in your life. Maybe it is how you can take ideas and turn them into businesses. Maybe you give really good advice and you can share really good know-how for how to make things work in your life. For example, maybe you can make it work on a budget or for free, similar to what I'm showing you how to do to build your own wealth while building your worth and still helping others. You're already becoming wealthier. The eighth way to build your own wealth is through support or help. Maybe you're good at helping others. You can support their ideas, their businesses, and give them good advice, similar to what I do. You can share some things that you've overcome by walking someone step by step through a system of exactly how you did it. The ninth way to build wealth is through encouragement. I love inspirational quotes for encouraging entrepreneurs. Maybe you too are good at uplifting others and sharing Bible scriptures, positive quotes, and uplifting inspirational videos. The 10th way to build wealth is through inspiration. Your story may inspire others to try harder and to be better. The 11th way to build wealth is through service. You might be able to serve and help others in your church or in your local community. This is what you have to offer. So what is it that you can do now to help someone else with? These are all examples of how you can build your wealth, and many are on a deeper, more spiritual level. You can do these all for free while helping others take their life to the next level. You, in turn, will take your life and your business to the next level as well. Now you see that you don't have to be rich to be a volunteer or to do any of the things that I've just mentioned. Meet Kay. She's a recent client who came to me for help with her speaking career. She was the author of 3 books. She wrote 2 of them while working with me. She quit her 9-to-5 corporate job and she pursued her coaching and speaking business full time. She has now served as the chapter president for a large women's group in a major city in the U.S. that caters to her target market of women of a certain age who are at a transition point in their lives, careers, and businesses. She has a radio show and 3 times more speaking events around her city and online. And she thanks me often for pushing her to be greater and wealthier by helping other people while doing what she loves through speaking. She actually thanked me for giving her homework that allowed her to see the step-by-step process for how she could continue to grow her career as a speaker. Together, we also worked through her speaker's business plan and outlined her talk points for a workshop that is now a state-approved continuing education credited course. Now that's wealth building. Another client of mine is Dee. And Dee originally came to work with me thinking that she did not know enough. Is that you? Dee was in her mid-60s, the prime of her life. And recently she had committed to completing an online training to receive her master's degree. But she was still unsure that she had learned enough. She didn't know if she was taught enough. She was still worried that she didn't know enough. So she did not know her own worth or her own wealth. I encouraged her to gather all of the knowledge of her books, journals, notes, trainings, and online resources and digital file folders. You know those things sitting in your laptop on your hard drive collecting dust? Yeah, that. That was all full of information that she had collected over time while trying to build her business. And this alone was a wealth of knowledge just for her. I recommended that she pull all of this information together, and once she did so, she discovered that she knew more than enough. I want to tell you today, reading and listening to this book, you know more than enough. So I told Dee not to take any more training classes until she used what she already knew and what she already had to share her wealth with the world. So she took all of her knowledge and she put it into a document and she published a training curriculum on her unique industry expertise. She landed multiple speaking and teaching opportunities for panels and radio shows, and now in grade school and university classrooms using what she knew. She took and used what she loved. She put it all into one place, and now she gets to share it with the world. This is how she is building her wealth and upgrading her worth. So D and K are only two examples of women entrepreneurs who are leading the herd by using what they know, love, and helping others while increasing their impact, influence, and income, aka building wealth in their business. I hope you're thinking like I do about wealth now and equating it to what your ability is to serve via your knowledge and the power that you already have. Let that be your service when money is low. No more excuses. You are now able to identify as a person of wealth. You have a wealth of knowledge, the book nerd, a wealth of wisdom via your life experiences, a wealth of information from reading newspapers and magazines, watching the news, and keeping up with industry trends, a wealth of helpful resources from when you go online or out into your community, a wealth of connections because you know a lot of people and you can make great connections, a wealth of advice, sharing what you've learned from your personal and professional experience, a wealth of know-how and how to make things work, a wealth of support and help. You're good at helping others with their ideas, businesses, giving good advice, a wealth of encouragement. You're good at lifting others up, a wealth of inspiration. Your story inspires others to try harder and do better. A wealth of service at your church, a spiritual center, or in your community. This is what happens when everyone, even the poor, automatically learns through helping. You do not have to be rich to volunteer or to do any of the things that I've just shared with you. When you put aside your own need and decide to become one of the women entrepreneurs who are leading the herd and helping others, most of the time it will not cost you a thing. But, my dear friend, it actually puts you in a place of wealth. Helping ourselves to see beyond where we are, get inspired for where we want to map out a plan for how we'll get there, and actually put the plan into action and move forward in order to see things take place is what wealth building is all about. I teach my clients to know and know how to use their strength and use what they know, leverage that expertise and increase their impact, influence, and income. There is someone somewhere in the world waiting on you to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs. What's within your reach? If you are in a place in your business where you are ready to build your own wealth and leave a legacy for future generations to come, you are like many of my inspirational clients. You are full of knowledge, information, helpful resources, advice, know-how, support, encouragement, service, and expertise. Want to see what's next in being an entrepreneur who's leading the herd and automatically leading through helping? I invite you to visit www.thebossof.me to become a part of a community of women entrepreneurs just like D and K and just like you who are doing big things in their business. When you visit the site, join the email list and get my free gift to you delivered right into your inbox as a digital download for your phone or computer, and you can get started building your wealth today. I'll also be able to stay in touch and connect with you to share exciting news, events, and courses I have coming up to make sure this is your best and most wealthiest year in business yet. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you for being a part of the reading. I wanted to jump on and share what's coming up in the new book, The Boss of Me. Now, you guys, I couldn't look away from the screen. I saw comments coming in. I'm going to see if I can read them. I don't know how to do this. I'm on my laptop. I think I got it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I don't know how to go back to the top and catch y'all's comments, so I think I'll end the recording and then go back and comment. If you guys want to know, oh, there we go. If you guys want to know more about getting your copy of The Boss of Me, it's available at you can order your pre-copy, and I'm putting it in the thing now. PayPal, PayPal.me/AJA. And right now, the pre-ordered copies are on sale for $20. So I wanted to make sure I put that in a comment. Thank you guys for jumping on. Hopefully you were inspired, and I'm looking forward to sharing another chapter with you. Watch the replay, share it with a friend who you know needs help building their wealth. Get inspired today, and send me any questions you have. I'm available here on Facebook via inbox. My email address also, let me see if I spell it right. It's in the comments below, aj@thebossof.me. Until next time, thank you for joining me here in the studio with a live recording of the reading, the new book, The Boss of Me, The Woman Entrepreneur's Guide to Building Her Wealth and Her Worth in Her Business. God bless. Bye-bye.